Juno was a little jellybean, small and bright, with a heart full of dreams. He lived in a jar with many others, all snugly packed together in a rainbow of colours. It was cosy and warm, a place of comfort and safety. But Juno longed for adventure. He dreamed of sugary mountains and lollipop trees, places he had only heard about in stories.
The world is vast and sweet, filled with wonders beyond imagination.
The older jellybeans chuckled at his dreams, their laughter echoing inside the jar.
Don't be silly, Juno. Stay in the jar where it's safe. The world outside is too big for a little jellybean like you.
But Juno couldn't shake his adventurous spirit. His curiosity was stronger than his fear. He wanted to see the world beyond the jar, to explore the unknown and discover new places. One day he decided to be brave. He gathered all his courage and prepared to take a leap. He would take a leap into the unknown, ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited him outside the jar. Juno took a deep breath. He climbed the Jellybean mountain in the jar. He reached the top and peeked over the edge. It looked scary and exciting.
With a bounce and a hop, Juno jumped. He landed on a sticky lollipop stick.
The world was a swirl of colours and scents. Juno felt a thrill. He slid down the lollipop stick, giggling. This was the adventure he craved. Juno hopped onto a gumdrop path. It was bumpy but fun. Suddenly, a shadow loomed large. It was the candy cat. The candy cat loved to snack on jelly beans. Juno froze. He had to think fast. He saw a sprinkle pile nearby.
With a burst of energy, Juno leaped into the sprinkles. He camouflaged himself perfectly.
The candy cat sniffed around but couldn't find him. Juno had escaped. He learned that being brave also meant being clever. Juno continued on his journey, his heart filled with excitement and curiosity. He had heard many tales about the magical sweet forest. He reached the sweet forest, where the trees were made of candy canes. The air was filled with the sweet scent of sugar and chocolate.
Wow, this place is amazing. I can't believe my eyes.
Juno met friendly gummy bears and chocolate chip cookies. They were not just delicious looking, but also very kind and welcoming. They welcomed him with open arms, making him feel right at home in this sugary wonderland.
Welcome to the sweet forest, little Jellybean. We are so happy to have you here.
They cheered. Juno spent the day playing with his new friends, exploring every nook and cranny of the forest. They shared stories and laughter, creating memories that Juno would cherish forever.
I never knew adventures could be this fun with friends. This is the best day ever.
Juno realized that adventures were even better with friends. He felt grateful for the new friendships he had made and looked forward to many more adventures in the sweet forest. As the sun began to set, Juno felt a pang of longing for his jar. The golden hues of the sunset reminded him of the warmth and comfort of home, a place where he felt safe and loved. He had ventured far and wide, but now it was time to return. He hugged his new friends goodbye, each embrace filled with promises of future adventures and the hope of meeting again. The bonds he had formed were strong, and he knew that these friendships would last a lifetime.
I promise to visit again soon. Juno's voice was filled with sincerity and excitement. He knew that this was not a final farewell, but rather a see you later.
He retraced his steps, his heart full of joy and courage. Each step he took was a reminder of the bravery he had shown and the challenges he had overcome. The journey had changed him, making him stronger and more confident. He climbed back into the jar, welcomed by the surprised faces of the other jellybeans. Their eyes widened with amazement as they saw Juno, who had grown in ways they couldn't have imagined.
Juno, you're back! Tell us everything! The excitement in their voices was palpable, and Juno couldn't wait to share his stories.
Juno shared his tales of the candy cat, the sweet forest, and his new friends. He spoke of the challenges he faced, the lessons he learned, and the joy of discovering new places. The jellybeans listened in awe, their imaginations running wild with the vivid descriptions of Juno's adventures. They could almost see the candy cat and feel the sweetness of the forest.
And that's how I met the gummy bears and chocolate chip cookies. Juno's eyes sparkled with excitement as he recounted the moment he encountered these delightful characters.
Juno had shown them that even a little jellybean could be brave. His journey was a testament to the power of courage and the importance of stepping out of one's comfort zone. He had faced his fears and made wonderful memories. Each challenge he overcame was a stepping stone to becoming the brave Jellybean he was now. From that day on, the Jellybeans in the jar looked at the world differently. They realized that there was so much more to explore and experience beyond the confines of their jar. They had learned that even though the unknown could be scary, it was also full of wonder and friendship. The world outside was vast and full of possibilities, waiting to be discovered, and it was always better to face it together. With friends by their side, they knew they could conquer any challenge and make the most of every adventure.